KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 11th.
We have good news for those who rely on medical marijuana. Texas cancer patients and people with PTSD will soon be able to join Texas's expanded medical marijuana program. This article right now is on KSAT.com.
So yes, starting on September 1st, the Texas Compassionate Use Program will expand to include people, like Mark said, with PTSD and cancer of all stages, allowing them to use low THC cannabis.
Now, THC, of course, the component of marijuana that causes psychological effects, including a sensation of being high. It can be consumed in a variety of ways, such as smoking, swallowing capsules, and consuming edibles and oils. All but smoking will be permitted for people to whom the program applies.
So in the article, it says that marijuana decreases the hyperarousal and hypervigilance of veterans. And because they're coming from a traumatic situation, they get very vigilant, they get very aroused, they're always ready for challenges. So the medical marijuana calms them down, and it also decreases nightmares.
That's a big one right there. And as for cancer patients, THC mainly alleviates the side effects of chemotherapy, such as nausea, loss of appetite, and body pains.
So the state's cannabis program served fewer than 6,000 people as of May, and the new law will expand to include veterans with PTSD at the estimated 114,000 Texans who have cancer.
And we should note here the new Texas law will not only expand the state's cannabis program, but double the percent of THC allowed in products up to 1%. Of course, there are still calls to increase that further, but again, the program continues to expand in baby steps.
That's right. And again, it starts on September 1st. For now, let's look at today's 9 at 9.
Masks are now required in all Bexar County schools after a judge approved a temporary restraining order for the city of San Antonio against Governor Greg Abbott.
Tropical Storm Fred formed in the Caribbean late last night. Forecasters say the storm could intensify once it reaches the Gulf of Mexico, but there is still a lot of uncertainty about where the storm will make landfall.
52 Texas Democrats now have warrants out for their arrest. Texas House Speaker Dave Phelan signed the civil warrants in an attempt to regain control of the second special session. No charges are expected to be filed. Democrats will only be escorted back to the state capitol.
Democrats in Washington pushed a $3.5 trillion budget framework through the Senate early this morning. The money will eventually be used to boost family services, health, and environmental programs.
A bright spot in the fight against COVID-19. The CDC says vaccination rates are up 88% nationwide. President Biden is pushing for the FDA to fully approve the vaccines. And on Friday, an advisory panel is set to discuss the possibility of booster shots.
3 of the top U.S. airlines will not require their employees to be vaccinated. American, Southwest, and Delta say nearly all of their employees got the shots on their own. Meanwhile, United Airlines says they will implement a vaccine mandate.
It might cost you more to send gifts during the upcoming holidays this year. U.S. Postal Service is proposing to raise shipping prices for some packages. The Post Office also plans to raise the price of a first-class stamp later this month to 58 cents.
The Bonnaroo Music Festival in Tennessee will require musicgoers to be vaccinated or have a negative COVID test before entering the festival. The sold-out event will feature musicians like Lizzo, Lana Del Rey, and Megan Thee Stallion.
Mountain Dew could be coming to a liquor store near you. PepsiCo announcing the citrus soda will have its own alcoholic malt beverage. The makers of Truly Hard Seltzer will make Hard Mountain Dew out early next year. And that's today's 9 at 9. Next up, spiked milk or something. I mean, they're doing everything these days, right? I mean, it's a huge, huge industry.
Yes, even after 2020.
Have you tried any of those seltzers?
No, I don't. I think it's gross.
Maybe we're too old.
Maybe.
Let's go outside with live cam. Sarah Spivey back with us again today. I see your smiling face over there. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, and you guys are not too old for hard seltzers. What are you talking about?
We don't like them.
But I'll tell you what, I don't think the spiked Mountain Dew applies to my palate because it probably tastes like Four Loko, and that's not good.
See, it doesn't taste good.
If y'all have ever had a Four Loko,
Is it too sweet?
Four Loko just tastes like cough syrup.
Okay, but it has its fans, does it not? Right?
Okay, it does. Yeah.
Yes,
So I guess
okay.
I won't I won't give any more opinions on Four Loko. All right. The aquifer, though, is down a little bit more than half a foot over the past 24 hours. It's still above that average, though, for the month. So that's some good news. More good news, molds have actually fallen, too. They're down a bit. Now they're in the moderate category. Pigweed and fall elm are present, but in low amounts as well. We are in for another warm day here in San Antonio. Let's take a look outside with live cam. Those morning clouds starting to break up, but you can see the humidity on the horizon. It's 80 degrees outside with the heat index already of 85. South winds at about 10 miles per hour. But today we are going to have a very high heat index. In the peak of the afternoon, it's going to feel like 100 to 105. And so, you know what? The power grid may be stressed a little bit. So the CPS Energy is issuing a CPS Energy Peak Energy Demand Day, where they are encouraging all folks to lower your usage from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. during the peak heating hours of the day. It's always good to make sure that that thermostat is less than 20 degrees below the outside temperature. That'll help save some energy. All right, we're going to need to really save a lot of energy over the next few days because it's going to be toasty. I'll have a look ahead coming up in just a bit. Mark, Steph.
Thank you, Sarah. Let's go outside right now with TransGuide, and we've got the flashing lights. That's usually a telltale sign of one of those hero trucks out there on the left shoulder at 410 and Culebra. They are out there helping folks out, which they do here on San Antonio's freeways. That scene should be clearing up sooner than later. We'll keep an eye on it for you right here on GMSA at 9.
And a huge blow to Governor Abbott's anti-mask order, a Bexar County judge approving a temporary restraining order for the city of San Antonio and Bexar County.
The move made the way for Metro Health to impose a new health directive effective today, mandating masks in all Bexar County schools and government buildings. For a breakdown of the situation, we turn to KSAT digital journalist Ferris Sabawi and the Texas Tribune's Josh Fechter. Good morning, guys. First off, Ferris, how did a judge come to the decision to grant the city of San Antonio victory in court against Governor Abbott?
Yeah, well, Mark, so what happened is the city was arguing that the governor was relying too broadly on the Texas Disaster Act of 1975 to issue his order, which bans localities from, implementing any sort of coronavirus-related mandate. What the city was trying to argue was that Disaster Act does not supersede the Texas Health and Safety Code, which gives local medical entities the ability to, impose a mandate as needed in a crisis such as this one. So Judge Tony Arteaga ended up taking Bexar County's side, at least for now. She said that she did find that there was a chance of irreparable harm if masks weren't allowed in school. It was a move she doesn't take lightly, and it's something that will only be in effect until Monday when another injunction hearing is set to happen. So these parts are very fast moving. We'll have to see how that hearing next week goes as well.
Ferris, and this question might be for Josh. What other cities and counties are currently challenging Governor Abbott's order, and what has spurred all of these recent lawsuits?
So you've seen leaders in Dallas challenge the governor. Up there, Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins won a contest in court to be able to broadly mandate mask wearing. And you started to see the different school districts come out and basically buck the governor. Austin ISD did so, Dallas ISD did so, Houston ISD did so. Harris County is weighing a lawsuit against the governor on the backs of Bexar County and Dallas County winning these legal battles. But what you've seen is kind of this growing discomfort among local government officials with the way the governor has sort of decreed and handled his emergency authority. And what's sort of driven all this is obviously the uptick in cases among the unvaccinated, and the fact that if you're a child under 12, you can't get vaccinated. So, people are thinking of this as a way to sort of protect school children against this, contagious variant of the virus.
A question for both of you, and I guess we'll begin with Ferris. What political impacts could these court cases have as the challenges play out?
Yeah, I think this is going to be, a long discussion, a long court battle that's going to go back and forth. I think it's really interesting. To Josh's point, you're seeing a lot of local governments start to really take issue with the governor's order, and you haven't seen so many legal challenges during this coronavirus pandemic. There's been a few, but it hasn't been that many. I think what's interesting is looking maybe toward the next election to see are people going to take the sides of their local government on this issue, or are they going to take the side of Governor Greg Abbott? And do they agree with the way he's been using his power? I think that's a big question, and one we'll be looking at.
Go ahead, Josh.
And, it's interesting to note that, Governor Abbott is being challenged from the right for, going, as they say, sort of too far on some of these coronavirus orders. So, this has, ramifications in the primary. If he loses these court battles, ultimately, that could reflect back on him during the primary.
All right, Josh Fector with Texas Tribune, Ferris Sabawi from KSAT.com. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, guys.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks.
Thank you. And time now is about 9:09 and about 79 degrees out there.
Heavy rainfall in Arizona led to this dramatic high water rescue. David Sears has that story and more coming up in your morning headlines.
Coming up, what school officials here at Boerne Independent School District are saying about Bexar County's new executive order.
Welcome back, 912. Boerne ISD students are back in the classroom this morning, face masks included.
School officials say the safety and well-being of their students is their #1 priority, and Jonathan Cotto joins us live in Boerne with more details about this school year. Good morning.
Good morning, Stephanie. Well, school officials tell us they are responsible for over 10,000 students, over 15,000 staff members, and they want to let their over 20,000 parents know there are safety protocols for the classroom, the hallways, and their lunch times. Now, the school officials have told us that information has been sent out to parents regarding Bexar County's mask mandate. Now, Boerne ISD Director of Communications Brian Benway says they sent out emails to parents with kids at Van Robb Elementary School and Fair Oaks Ranch. He says they are reviewing the directive with attorneys and will update families when additional information is made available. For now, he says he wants to ensure parents there is a standard of deep cleaning and disinfection and an amplified attention to those safety protocols, and adds schools this day and age have never been cleaner.
We don't do anything these days without thinking of safety, and that's where our protocols come into play. That's why our teachers, our principals, our custodians, our bus drivers, anybody that comes in contact with a student knows what we have to do for safety, and we implement those protocols and we take them extremely seriously.
Now, the school district adds that the current protocol will remain in place until they receive further clarification. Of course, that current policy is that the use of face mask is optional. Mark, Stephanie.
And Jonathan, this email coming in overnight to parents may have surprised them, because for them, today is the first day of school. Have you had a chance to speak with parents?
That's right, Stephanie. I did have the opportunity to speak with parents, some of them who were caught off guard. They woke up this morning to that email. They were not prepared for that information, and even said that, their students will not be wearing a face mask. But then on the other hand, we did speak with a number of parents who were in favor of that mask mandate and are looking forward to receiving more information that will support that mandate for those two schools here in Boerne ISD.
All right, Jonathan Cotto live outside Van Robb Elementary up in Boerne ISD. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Kind of a unique situation there for Boerne ISD, because at least one of their schools is actually here in Bexar County up in Fair Oaks Ranch. They have an elementary school there. So they're right there on that line and right there in the middle of those policy differentiations, perhaps.
So they'll definitely have to check with their direct school.
Indeed. Yeah. All right, Sarah Spivey's back now. We know it is that time of year, and we add another wrinkle to the forecast, not necessarily for here, but you've been talking all week about the possibility of Fred becoming a tropical storm.
And it is now, Mark. It became a tropical storm late last night. It gathered the wind speed and the circulation that it needed to be classified as a tropical storm. Here is Fred right now with current winds of 40 miles per hour and gusts of up to 50 miles per hour. It's located just on the eastern coast there of the Dominican Republic, and it is expected to strengthen a bit as it moves from the eastern coast of Cuba into the Gulf of Mexico, potentially impacting Florida and southern Florida, Miami, as early as late Friday, early Saturday morning. And then as we head into the weekend through a Saturday, Sunday, and even early into Monday, Fred will either impact Florida or it could even start to impact parts of the Mississippi and Alabama coastline by Monday in the later morning hours. So we're going to keep a close eye on Fred. Again, not really impacting our weather here in San Antonio, but if you do have interests across Florida and the Gulf Coast states, you're going to want to be paying attention to the tropics. And this is a great reminder that currently we are right at the part of hurricane season where we start to see activity really ramp up. The peak of hurricane season is September 10th in the Atlantic, and it comes to a close by the end of November. Of course, we'll keep you informed all Atlantic hurricane season long. For us, though, here in San Antonio, we're going to have some relatively quiet and toasty weather. It's 80 degrees outside right now with the heat index already of 85. South winds of about 10 miles per hour. Here's a look at the visible satellite. You know, there have been pockets of patchy fog out there early this morning, not necessarily around San Antonio and points to the north, but we have seen some fog south and east of San Antonio. And out to the west, you can see just how cloudy it is for Eagle Pass in Bracketville right now. Visibility is improving, but still down to 7 miles in Pleasanton. Let me take you through the futurecast for the day. We're going to be watching the coastal communities fairly carefully because there could be some showers out near Victoria, Hallettsville, and Beeville. And as we head into the afternoon, one or two of these showers have an off chance of making it to the I-35 corridor. Chance for rain this afternoon, only 10%, but we'll keep you updated. Other than that, it's going to be a hot day. High temperatures around San Antonio and in the metro area, mid to upper 90s. Very seasonable for this time of year. Low 90s for the hill country, close to 100 degrees for Del Rio, Laredo, Eagle Pass. And that heat index is really what's going to get you. Even though we technically have not hit 100 degrees at the airport so far this summer, it's been feeling like 100 degrees just about every afternoon of this past week. Heat index value from 100 to 105. Breezy at noon, 89, mostly sunny skies. There's that 10% chance for a stray shower. 96 for the high. South winds today, 10 to 15, gusting up to 25 miles per hour. It'll be a mild evening in the 80s. All right, the weather pattern does show that we have some high pressure, ridges of high pressure in place, but these are fairly weak. They're not producing a lot of heat for us, just what we usually expect this time of year, which is in the mid to upper 90s. And what's going to happen over the next few days is that we're going to be watching those coastal communities carefully because every afternoon there's going to be a 10% chance for a stray shower and a few more clouds out there tomorrow than today. Now, as that high pressure system starts to move off to the west and opens up the atmosphere a little bit by Sunday night through Tuesday, we're going to have a chance for isolated showers and storms. Outflow boundaries are going to develop in North Texas, and our chance for rain Sunday and Monday should be about 30%. So a slightly better chance for rain Sunday and Monday when we're going to be wanting to watch the radar very carefully. But other than that, it's just going to be a fairly quiet weather pattern. Heat index every day above 100 degrees. Let's keep our fingers crossed for that rain Sunday and Monday because it is the hottest part of the year. We'll take any bit of rain we can get in the summer months before fall.
Definitely hope we get that rain. Thank you, Sarah.
919, about 79 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9, a tattoo parlor left in shambles. What authorities say happened here next in Morning Headlines.
923 in your morning headlines, a high water rescue in Arizona and a tattoo parlor is now a drive-through.
Shark fishing, not really fishing for sharks, in an unusual way to pay tribute to those lost to COVID-19. Let's go ahead and check in with David Sears this morning.
Good morning.
People want to pay tribute to those who have lost their lives to COVID-19. This is an unusual way to do it, but fascinating. We'll get to that in just a second. This looks like it's very familiar to us. Rushing floodwaters and firefighters planning a rescue. That is a pickup truck stranded in the middle of the high water right there. It's all happening in Arizona. They are in the middle of their monsoon season. This rescue taking place in Tucson. Emergency crews able to get those folks to safety, but you can see just how much energy it took to get them to land. Some other folks were actually swept downstream before being rescued. Believe it or not, no injuries reported. One major concern for that area, though, they have had some wildfires, so forecasters are warning there could be some mudslides. Inside a tattoo parlor, dude, look out. Bam. Whoa, that tattoo parlor just got tattooed. That is the driver of a car crashing right through the front of the store. The guy jumps on this cabinet right here, and then you see him, he just takes off. But you can see, it looked like he cut his foot because he's like limping as he moves away. He eventually took off, but the folks in the back eventually came forward to help out the folks in that car to see if they are all right. This all happened Sunday afternoon at the Best Ink Tattoo Parlor in Fayetteville, North Carolina. No major injuries, just a few cuts and bruises. The owner posted that they would be closed a couple of days while they, quote, recouped. Looks like a typical day on the beach. Friends, family sitting around drinking and eating, playing some games like cornhole. And, of course, they got a pole propped up with a line in the water. Never know what you might catch. Matt Pysak was watching his friend and then noticed something in the water behind him.
I just saw the rod kind of start to go off behind him. The tip of it was bending. And from there, we just kind of ran over to it.
It was bending all right. At first, they saw a shadow, then a dorsal fin and a tail, and yep, hooked a great white just off the beach. Matt figured the shark was just going after the fish he was using for bait. The bait worked, but the hook wasn't big enough for the shark. It eventually broke the line and swam off, and Matt said, quote, "It disappeared into the depths of the ocean." At least he hopes it did. And finally, one of the weirdest things you have ever seen. This is a big violin, sort of. Actually, that is a boat shaped like a violin, and it floats. It was built to pay homage to those who have died from COVID-19. It is nearly 40 feet long, 13 feet wide. This was its test run, or test float, complete with a cellist on board to perform. The violin, Noah, was created by an artist and wood carver who has created other water-based floating sculptures like a vintage Volkswagen, a paper hat, and a giant boat in the form of a high-heeled shoe. The violin will be formally launched in September and will sail around Venice. So there you go.
So it's basically a large gondola shaped like a cello or violin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
The
very
cellist
nice.
took a chance.
Yeah.
Might want to put on a life vest just in case.
Well, and imagine that. I mean, I like the idea behind it, but imagine how slippery that deck is, right?
Well, if the thing's shined up and ready to go.
Yep.
I didn't see any strings on it, though. Did you?
Well,
I didn't either.
Maybe like a railway to hold on to, maybe. Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Thanks.
Much more ahead on GMSA at 9.
A massive development about to get underway on the far northwest side of the city. The Spurs announcing plans for a $500 million training facility. Details about that development and a look at how the summer league gets going.
And after the break, what some parents are saying about the new school mask mandate here in Bexar County.
And welcome back. It's 9:30. A win in court, and now all public schools in Bexar County ordered to mask up. Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf calling this a major victory in the fight against COVID-19 and the quickly spreading Delta variant.
The new directive requires students, visitors, and staff to mask up and schools to report COVID infections, going against what Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordered earlier this year. So some parents say they're on board with that plan. KSAT 12's Patty Santos has more.
I think it's better, though, that they all wear masks.
Parents outside South San High School reacting to the news that students, staff, and visitors will all now be required to mask up, not just in this district, but in all public schools across Bexar County.
I believe it's for their own good. I don't mind masks.
The move follows the ruling by a district judge who granted a temporary restraining order until Monday against the state of Texas, breaking the governor's ban on such safety measures.
The sense of urgency now, we're seeing the impacts on the local hospital system. We are mindful of the fact that there's a demographic, again, under the age of 12 that is not vaccinated, is not eligible as of yet.
The region's positivity rate stands at 21.4%, with 99% of the new cases being the Delta variant. Leaders say there's no time to waste. The mask order is effective immediately.
So what are the consequences for those schools that refuse to follow this mandate? The expectation, obviously, is that there will be compliance. The best way to comply, frankly, is if you want to go to school, you'll have to have a mask on.
The new health directive also requires masks for anyone inside a city or county building. The governor issued a statement following the ruling, in part saying, quote, "There have been dozens of legal challenges to the governor's executive orders, all of which have been upheld in the end. We expect a similar outcome when the San Antonio trial court's decision is reviewed by the appellate courts."
We said for a while now that the governor ought not to impede the local authorities' ability to keep this community safe.
On Monday, a judge will decide whether the mask mandate can stay in place until a case goes to trial. Pending that ruling, a mandate could expand to other entities in the county.
And that was our Patty Santos reporting. The health directive also states rules about when one should quarantine. If a person is not vaccinated and was in close contact with a COVID-19 positive person, they should quarantine for 14 days after their last exposure.
Fully vaccinated people should get tested 3 to 5 days after their exposure, even if they don't have symptoms, and wear a mask in indoor public spaces for 14 days. Fully vaccinated individuals do not need to quarantine. We know this is a lot to digest. A lot of it is very last minute. Parents have questions as more and more kids are heading back to school in the coming days and weeks. A pediatrician, teacher, and a child psychologist can help answer all your questions during tonight's Back to School Town Hall. The KSAT community event will be live streamed on KSAT.com at 7 p.m. and will center around middle and high school students.
And taking a look outside with live cam, we're at 80 degrees right now, but by the time it's time to pick up our kids at school, it's going to be in the mid-90s or upper 90s.
It's going to feel like it's in the triple digits too, Steph, because of the high humidity. But you know, it could be worse. Just last year, our maximum high temperature last year was 107 in July, and we have yet to even hit 100 degrees technically here in San Antonio. People have been asking me, Sarah, have we ever not hit 100 degrees in the summer? Yeah, actually it happens more often than maybe you would think. In fact, the last time we didn't hit 100 degrees all year was just in 2007, so 14 years ago. Now the aquifer is down more than half a foot over the past 24 hours, but it's still healthy. And some good news in the pollen count today. Molds fall from their high category to the moderate category at 750. Pigweed and fall arm are low. Today's forecast looks toasty. Temperatures are going to be climbing to the mid-90s, as Stephanie just mentioned. Mostly sunny in the afternoon. I did have to include a 10% chance for a stray shower, and the reason for that is a couple of coastal showers are going to develop this afternoon. But with it being hot, today is a CPS Energy peak energy demand day. To help lower the push on the grid, we're going to try to lower our energy from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. One thing you can do, a tip, is not run your laundry between 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. That'll help out. All right, I'll be back with a look at the tropics. They're starting to heat up. We've got Tropical Storm Fred there working its way through the Dominican Republic right now. And tonight, Perseid meteor shower is going to peak. So I've got some viewing tips for you if you're interested in that. Mark and Steph.
Thank you, Sarah. Quick look at TransGuide right now. We've still got an incident in the clearing stages. Looks like a stalled or abandoned vehicle. 410 at Calabria on the left-hand side.
A mural just north of downtown may be in a league all by itself locally.
What's believed to be the only 3D mural in our city sits at the entryway of the 5 Points neighborhood. It was created in 2014 by a group called the Untitled Cultural Arts, but with input from people in the community. The mural on Fredericksburg near San Pedro represents a vision of the neighborhood's future. It includes eye-popping images of everything from a taco to a Tejano musician.
You see yourself in it, but you can't help but think about the future and that the sky's the limit.
Elise Burnell is the vice president of the 5 Points Neighborhood Association. She says the mural was created at a time when the area was undergoing a change for the better. The story behind it is the subject of this week's If These Walls Could Talk segment. You can see it now on our website at ksat.com.
Time check. It's 9:36, about 80 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
A massive hint that the Spurs will stay in San Antonio. The team announcing plans for a $500 million training facility. David and RJ have details out to the break.
Just about 9:40, huge news this morning about the future of the Spurs right here in San Antonio.
The franchise publicly unveiled its plans for a new training center and a whole lot more. David and RJ are here to discuss that and Summer League action as well. Good morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning, yeah. That's Spurs news under the radar.
Out at some prime real estate, too, out there.
It's nice. And I was going to say, as we've covered the Spurs over the years, we've been all over the country. We've been, Portland and Phoenix and all these other cities covering the Spurs. And I don't know that we've ever seen anything like this in any city. So this could be a first for an NBA team, this facility that they're talking about. I was just going to brag and set it up.
Right. And the comparison that we're hearing is that it's going to be similar to what the Cowboys have with the Star up in Frisco.
So we're talking about all the NBA teams, and we went right to the Cowboys, which means that's pretty good.
That's a big deal.
It's pretty next level, isn't it?
Yeah, that's taking a step up.
So the Spurs publicly unveiled this yesterday at Commissioner's Court of all places because they were asking for a contribution from the county of $15 million for a park that's going to be part of this 50-acre site that's going to be out in the far northwest side off of La Cantera in 1604. But the big deal here is the Spurs training facility, David, and all of this is going to cost about $511 million, mostly privately funded, but the Spurs training facility is kind of the big sort of gem in all this stuff here.
And I think that's what perks the people's ears, though, is the $500 million, and it's who's paying for that. That's private funds. That $15 million is what the county is going to consider throwing in for the park. And a lot of the stuff is going to be public. I mean, there'll be, you're going to have to make arrangements and everything, but this is not just the Spurs, putting up walls and closing in the ranks. I mean, people are going to be able to use this facility, and they're going to be bringing in experts from all over the world to talk about different ways of making yourself healthy and different ways
public
to make
spaces, largest dog park in the
largest
city.
dog park in Bexar County, and also, as David mentioned, medical offices, research facilities, training facilities. And yesterday they said at Commissioner's Court that they want this to be a 365 a day situation where people are out there using the parks, out there in the plaza. I'm sure that they're going to have some really cool retail restaurants as well. It's a big development.
But here's the key. They put this up. They're not going anywhere.
No.
And here they are talking about it at Commissioner's Court yesterday.
This is our collaborative vision over many, many months and many years. This location right here becomes our home and our place that we're putting our flag in the ground for decades. And so with this support, we believe this answers that question. And we're so excited to break ground in October.
Putting our flag in the ground for decades. So I think that...
there we go.
That's the important part.
No, and that is.
A lot of people were concerned.
It wasn't just a few months ago that Dell came in and became part owners of the Spurs, and they had some investment group. And the first thing you think about when you hear that is, where are they going?
To Austin.
They're leaving. And here they are. I mean, they're putting you heard him. They're putting their flag in the ground for decades.
Questions about them leaving to Las Vegas. That was a big thing that was circulating amongst a lot of people on social media. A lot of worries, especially as David said, Michael Dell comes in. Makes sense now why Michael Dell would come in. He probably had a little bit of an idea that this was coming down.
They wanted an infusion of cash from Mr. Dell.
That was nice as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be the Dell Arena before it's all over. And this is going to be the Dell complex before Dell's going to be all over the place.
I wouldn't be surprised if either one of those happened.
Yeah. And the thing, did we say where this was? Right there at
right off of 1604 and I-10, right next to the shops at La Cantera and Six
Flags Fiesta, Texas.
It is prime real estate. It's a growing area. Really nice.
So the key here is they're staying for a long time. So that means it's time to concentrate on the
Let's get some players.
Get some players in here and start winning some more championships. You got 5, so you got room for 5 in your brand new facility, but I'm sure they're going to expand that room and make it bigger so they can have more championships.
Room for 5 more.
So now you can start concentrating on the team, and they are in their summer league action. They
let's
played
talk
a couple
about
of
that a
games
little bit
in
here.
Las Vegas.
Spurs, of course, getting the young guy some run here. No Josh Primo yesterday. Wanted him to get some rest. We're talking about this, an 18-year-old rest. Okay.
18-year-old needs some rest.
Other sort of headline to come out of this is Devin Vassell. He got a little tight hamstring yesterday, had to miss the second half. Spurs built a nice lead here, but then they fall to the Bulls in their second Las Vegas Summer League game.
Well, Primo is a teenager, so he probably didn't get out of bed till like noon. I was like, I got to get up. Wow.
That's true. That's a good point.
Poor kids. So, and it was we've seen some
Trey Jones.
Wieskamp has had a pretty good game the other night, 11 points, and then Trey Jones 23. Devin Fussell had 2 before he left, but he had the big game the night before at 23. So
he did, yeah, and of course just
Devin
the young
and Trey,
guys,
are getting a lot of playing time.
Just giving them some look and getting some playing time here to see if they're going to contribute with the senior team, I guess we call it, the varsity team. Yeah, when the season starts. So some good stuff all around for the Spurs. Maybe we could get a summer league win here though. That'd be nice.
As long as they get some time as experience, so when they build that new facility out there, they can hang more banners.
Yes, that's the goal.
We're looking for now.
That's
Love it.
the goal there.
RJ, David, thank you very much. That is some great news for the city of San Antonio and Spurs fans everywhere.
Yes, we were very happy about that. And, for now, it's not too bad at 80 degrees. Let's go ahead and check in with Sarah.
And she's here with more about some perspective on how summer has been so far for us here in South Texas.
Right. All right. So I'm a little bit of a weather nerd, guys, but I like this graphic because it kind of makes it visual for you, right? Everywhere that you see a blue or yellow square was a calendar day that we were at or below the average temperature. Now, through July and even into the start of August here, we have had 37 days where we have been at or below average. And even yesterday and Monday, we were only a degree above average. So it really is not all that bad out there as far as temperatures go. It feels bad because, the humidity is high. And the reason why we've had 37 days at or below average is because we've seen some healthy rains through July and the first part of August here. Of course, those healthy rains also, it's a bit of a double-edged sword because they make the ground saturated and increase the humidity. So it's all about perspective, though. It could be a lot worse. In today's forecast, temperatures are going to be climbing into the mid-90s, and it should be another day where we're either at or just slightly above the average temperature. A high temperature today should be 96, mid-90s, mostly sunny skies. And yes, there's a small 10% chance for a coastal shower to make a run for that I-35 corridor, but the chance is only 10% in the afternoon. We'll have a south wind at 10 to 15, gusting up to 25. And outside right now, we're starting to see these skies clear. It's very muggy, though, out there. 80 degrees with a dew point in the mid-70s makes it feel like 85 out there right now. And in the satellite picture, still seeing some puffy cumulus clouds, a little bit more cloud covered than yesterday at this time. But you can see out toward Hondo that skies are almost completely clear. It's fairly cloudy for Gonzales, Nixon, Seguin, and partly cloudy in Floresville right now. A wider view here, mostly cloudy skies for Bracketville and Eagle Pass, and temperatures are on the up and up. 80 right now in San Antonio, 82 in Gonzales, 83 in Pleasanton, 82 in Cotulla, in the mid to upper 70s in the Hill Country, 75 in Rock Springs, and 79 in Kerrville. But this afternoon, the heat index is really what's going to get you. Afternoon heat indices anywhere from 100 to 105. Even out toward Del Rio, there's going to be a heat index where usually they're quite a bit drier than us in San Antonio. Heat index in the upper 90s for the Hill Country. Again, find some shade and enjoy the breeze. The breeze will be breezy at times. Winds from the south at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Again, gusts up to 25 are possible. In the weather pattern, we have got a ridge of high pressure in place. It's fairly shallow, but it is going to do enough to keep out widespread rain over the next several days or so, but still a good portion of the United States, like St. Louis, is expecting to see a heat index value of 110 today. Now, looking ahead to tomorrow, it's going to be partly cloudy and 96. You can see that there will be a little bit of activity along the coast. That's why there's a 10% chance here in San Antonio for a very stray shower to move through. That'll continue through Saturday, and then Sunday and Monday we are going to have a chance for some isolated to scattered showers and storms from some outflow boundaries. Now, what's expected from Tropical Storm Fred is that it's going to be moving across Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti, and into the weekend it could potentially impact areas in Florida and even up into the Mississippi and Alabama coastline into early next week. Something exciting, though, for us tonight is that the Perseid meteor shower is actually going to peak. It peaks Wednesday night tonight through Thursday morning. The best time time is after midnight, and you'll want to look northeast. Now, unfortunately, if you are in a perfect spot, like away from the city lights, you could maybe see up to 1 meteor a minute, but you have to be in the absolute perfect spot away from any kind of city lights there. So good luck to you if you're a stargazer. And good luck to you if you're trying to stay cool, because it's going to be hot over the next several days. Let's hope for that rain on Sunday and Monday. Mark and Steph.
Thank you, Sarah. And love him or hate him, you can now order a customized message from former New York Mayor and former President Trump's former lawyer, Rudy Giuliani.
CNN's Jeannie Most reports on Giuliani's first paid greetings and plugs.
Let's go north then.
From America's mayor to this?
Hi, it's Rudy Giuliani, and I'm on Cameo.
For a mere $199, Rudy Giuliani will send you a personalized video shout-out.
Or a greeting that I can bring to someone that would bring happiness to their day. I would be delighted to do it.
Rudy's been through a rough stretch lately, sued for defamation by Dominion Voting Systems, his law license suspended in New York and D.C., Critics see him charging for cameos as the social media equivalent of standing on the corner, cup in hand, asking passers-by for spare change. But a Trump fan named Bill, whose greeting was arranged by his 2 sons, probably enjoyed Rudy's birthday message.
As I'm making this video, we're the same age, but on the 11th, you're going to be older than me. But then I'm going to catch you.
And Rudy's catching up with other public figures on Cameo.
Hello. Okay, what am I going to say?
Sarah Palin's shout-outs likewise cost $199.
Stormy Daniels here.
Stormy charges $250, and Donald Trump Jr.
Look forward to communicating with you guys.
Charges $500 with a portion going to charity. One of Rudy's first cameos was a plug for real estate agent Samuel Chatwin in New Zealand.
Give Samuel Chatwin a call if you have an interest in real estate. Sam tells me that over the last 3 years, he's done negotiated millions of dollars worth of real estate transactions.
Chatwin posted the video on his social media, pointing out Rudy's hand on heart. He told Newsweek, "I have a lot of respect for Rudy Giuliani," and of the video endorsement, Chatwin said it was quite cool. But considering the heights Rudy once reached, seeing him reaching out with paid messages is enough to make your eyes big.
Through the magic of Cameo.
Jeannie Most, CNN, New York.
9:52, about 80 degrees.
And if you're needing a change in your home decor, we have a new trend you might like, but it's going to cost you. The details after the break.
Over the last year and a half, a lot of folks stuck at home updating their home decor. Well, this takes it to a whole new level. Rich people are splurging on giant crystals to brighten their homes.
Yeah, that's according to LA Times report. So some are sold as decorative pieces and others are sculpted into chairs or coffee tables.
An LA-based crystal store sold 4 of its $45,000 crystal throne chairs in the past few months.
And so these are pictures they're seeing from LA-based crystal seller Lenise Sorin, and she's got coffee tables that cost as much as $125,000.
Whatever gets that feng shui right, am I right?
I was cool with a new house plan.
I'm